Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dreams of owning a home or investing in one. Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to own a home or invest in one if you're having a hard time saving money. And what I'm finding is that people are still leaving money on the table. Here's how. They're not using their flexible spending account. Yes, I know all jobs don't have this particular benefit, but many jobs today do have it. Here's the twist though. I did make a video about this a long time ago. And back when I made that video, you had to elect to be in the program. Well, nowadays, guess what? A lot of companies, you don't elect. They automatically take that money out of your paycheck. Do you get it back? Can it roll over to the next year? Some of it can, but not all of it. That's why I say you're leaving money on the table, because you should definitely spend it. And guess what? Some of you probably already spent the money and you don't even realize it. So let me go back and let me just say, let's talk about what exactly is the flexible spending account. It is when a certain amount of your money, of your paycheck, is put aside. It's not taxed, and that money is only to be used for health care related items. And some of those healthcare related items are, guess what? They're real estate related. That's right. So that air conditioner that you bought, you really should take that receipt and go onto the website where your account has already been created. And if it hasn't been, you need to create one, because your job probably took the money out of your account, out of your paycheck already. Scan that in so that you can be reimbursed for the money that you spent. And by the way, buying an air conditioner now is a good time to buy it. That's when it's on sale. Okay? So that's what I mean. That's what the flexible spending account is. Basically, it's pre-tax dollars that don't get taxed, dollars that you use to spend on healthcare related items. Okay. Now, when I first started my flexible spending account, I believe the maximum back then was $1,000. Well, today it's $3,050, but guess what? Next year, the maximum contribution is going to be $3,200. Okay. Some companies still allow you to elect yourself to be in the program. But there are some companies that you don't elect. They automatically, like I said, take it out. Now, if you don't use the money, as far as today is concerned, you can carry over $500. And you can say thank you to who? Thank you to President Obama, because before Obama, you couldn't carry over any money. All right. Trump wanted to get rid of it and he wanted to reverse it, but he wasn't able to. Thank goodness. But now for next year, guess what? You can carry over $640. Thanks to who? Your President Biden. So, that's why you want to spend the money. That's why you don't want, you're only going to get $640. It doesn't make sense since they took out $3,050 out of your paycheck for it. You're going to lose that money. You're not going to get it back. That's why you need to spend it. Okay, so what are some of the things that you can spend it? I'll just go over it again. If you build a ramp, if you widen any doors or widen the hallways, if you add a rail in your home, if you lower the cabinets or build any kind of supports in your home, that qualifies under the FSA program. Now, granted that $3,000 might not cover it, but at least you can get some of that money back that you already spent. Okay. Next, when it comes to, there are certain items that you would definitely need a doctor's note for, such as a jacuzzi or a pool. Some of you may have, because I know I had torn my Achilles tendon, and they'll tell you that a pool may help as far as strengthening your ankles, strengthening that muscle, strengthening that area, ligaments and all that other kind of stuff. You probably will most definitely, you're going to need a doctor's note. You submit the doctor's note with the receipt and you're good to go. Or the other thing too, now I did not see, they do have an FSA store and an HSA store. HSA, by the way, is Healthcare Savings Account. They do have those stores online, but I did not see those items on it. But I do know for a fact that with a medical note, you can get that off. The next thing is it also can cover your purifiers, humidifiers. There are special toilet seats that some people need to use. There are recliners that some people need to use. If you're going to put in like a little lift, a little elevator, if you have to add more door handles, stairs, grab bars, if you have to reground the grading around your home, all of that is covered by the FSA. Okay? Now, what you have to remember is it's still in effect. If you have an FSA, you can't have an HSA at the same time. Remember, I mentioned that before. However, here's the workaround, and you can check with your lawyer. The FSA is normally you get it from your job, right? So it's in your name. If you have an HSA, that's typically in your business name, not in your name. So that is basically the workaround. Again, check with your lawyer to make sure that your state has that same ruling. Okay? But typically the HSA is registered under your company. So that would be for those of you who are entrepreneurs. You could have, that's the way in which you could have both. If you are not an entrepreneur, then it's one or the other. But typically both the FSA and the HSA, they cover the same thing. Now, just so that you know, there are other items, too many items for me to list, that are covered under these two programs. So I suggest that you go to the FSA store and the HSA store online and you look it up for yourself. Now, my company, we have those stores, but they're also under something called Health Equity, where we get extra additional things that we can deduct. Most of those extra things, though, are not real estate related. So I'm not going to go into that. And that's also, there's a lot of things in there as well. We get a health equity, we get a healthcare stipend. So we get the stipend plus the FSA money. That's how that works. Okay. So that is something that I didn't let you guys know before because I didn't know about it before, but I wanted to share with you. And then the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is this. Let's say you do not work on a job. You're only an entrepreneur. HSA is not your only option. If you are an entrepreneur and you have an LLC corp, then yes, you can sign up for an FSA, but you can't sign up for the FSA and HSA. You have to choose one or the other. What some people do is they'll have more than one company. Like myself, I have one company for physical properties, and then I have another company for what they call paper properties. So that would be for tax liens, that would be for mortgage notes. Okay, that's paper. While the actual building I have it in another LLC, right? So I have two LLCs. So I can put one LLC with the FSA and the other LLC with the HSA. As long as I keep it C Corp. It doesn't work if it's an S Corp. Okay, again, speak with your business attorney just in case I'm wrong as far as, because the difference is 50 states and I cannot keep up with all of these states and all of their rules and regulations. I do the best that I can, but I'm just here to let you know the year is winding down and I want you to take advantage of whatever benefits that you have. All right. Don't leave money on the table. Spend it because you're not getting it back. You're only getting a very small percentage of it is going to roll over into next year. All of it is not going to roll over into next year. Don't say, oh, I don't understand it, so I'm not going to deal with it. No. Understand that you're losing money. Understand that. Okay? So, well, maybe not all of you, but those of you where your job automatically takes it out, whether you elect or not, yeah, you're losing out. And then for those of you who chose it, but you still haven't spent any money, or some of you actually, without realizing it, you might have spent the money, but you just did not upload the receipts to prove that you spent the money. For example, now I'm going to list a couple of items that I bought that are not real estate related. Okay, typically under the program, you get to take off one athletic shoe. So one sneaker, right? So I bought myself a pair of Felines. So that's tax deductible. I bought some medicine, cough medicine, some Alka-Seltzer Plus, some Band-Aids, all of that, all of those receipts, I'm supposed to submit them in. Glasses, eyeglasses, sunglasses, all of those receipts, you submit them in. You go into the health equity. I believe one pays for the frame, the other pays for the lenses. You can do it that way. In case you're like me, where you get both the stipend and the FSA, or if you just have the FSA, you can really deduct the whole thing all at once. Okay, so guys, that's basically it. That's basically what I wanted to share with you, so that those of you who are trying to grow your money, you'll see where you're actually, instead of growing it, you're losing it. Take advantage of what your job has to offer is basically what I'm saying. And that's what I wanted to share. Remember, sharing is caring, so share it out amongst your friends, because each one reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.